And we're rolling, bitch. Something.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Why is your mic so low?
I mean, you're the one that controls my mic.
Maybe that's why it's so low.
You little bitch.
Hey, what's up, dog?
It's kind of cool. We started the podcast with you sitting. Usually you like walk in and you make me wait for like 10 minutes.
And people don't even know that's all fake. There's that standard laugh you've known to hate. It's J.R. Cruz, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host on the podcast. And today he didn't have an excuse, but he was late still. I feel like we start the podcast off the same way every time. Every single time it's me bitching about something JR did. So I was going to try to break it today. I said, you know what? I'm in a good mood. Let me not talk so much shit up front about JR. But it's like if JR was an employee of like a business, this would have been his 580th write-up. So, guys, let's cancel JR.
But I'm like the owner's son. I'm crucial to the business.
All right, I beg to differ. And let's continue. I'm crucial to the business. Dude, I'm getting comments all the time, and thank you guys for commenting. That says, who's the other guy? And I get it. All the fucking time, dude. What's going on, buddy?
It's good, dude. How you doing? I can't sit down today, so I'm a little. You have to look up towards me, which is dope.
Yeah, I don't really like the dynamic, to be honest.
I can feel it.
Well, hopefully the lights look good. We got new lights in here. Got JR lit up in the back. I guess that looks fine. I hope you're watching on YouTube always. I always suggest to watch it on YouTube. I think it's more fun. You get to see how shitty JR actually looks.
Is that gays?
No, it says gay. This is in solidarity with Pride Month this week. I don't know if you're aware, but it is Pride Month. And in solidarity with the LGBTQ community, I decided to wear the shirt. And I got this in Pray the Gay Away camp. I swear I did, bro.
You're lying.
I'm not kidding. I went to Pray the Gay Away. And the back says, but not practicing. It's almost not cool not to be gay anymore.
Yeah. At the barbershop today, there was a gay guy who called a straight guy gay, and we all laughed.
That's funny. See, that's funny. I love all sexualities and all things. I'm gender fluid as it gets, bro. I like everybody and all sexual types, and I will dabble in all of them. I don't care. I don't discriminate. I don't hate. And before you think this is a joke, it's not. It's for Pride Month, really. Yeah. And shout out to all the LGBTQ gay community that listen to this. If I said that wrong, I apologize. I am from a different time. Stop, dude. This is very serious.
I know, but it's hard to take you serious with that. I thought it was a bandana for a second.
Why you gotta blow up my spot, dude?
And then I realized
I thought it looks good. These are my fucking custom made hats, my friend. That Sarah gets pissed when I wear from time to time. I like it, dude. I think it looks cool. Doesn't it?
It does. You look like a band member who never gave up the dream.
Dude, you look like a security guard that never had a dream. Why do you look like a band? Dude, you look like a cat burglar that's hot.
I am hot, but you know what? I did an audition, and they had me put the bandana to play like a cowboy-ish kind of character. And I kind of like the look because now nobody's wearing bandanas.
Sure. And also, I'm sure they're like, no, but cover your face. And, you know, that does it. A lot of people are watching on TV. It makes it easier for them to take it in because they don't have to fucking digest your whole fucking face.
No, and also, like, because I came straight from work, to do the podcast.
You see, guys, JR does have a day job. And he heeded your advice, and he has not quit it yet. Okay? Then he comes in here, and he acts like this isn't a job because he shows up late. He ran out of fucking gas. We were supposed to record the other day. I know, here we go again. Guess what? We were supposed to record the other day, and guess what happened? Jared didn't show up. And guess why he didn't show up? Okay, this guy always has to have something. And then he has to show me. So, like, I never get a video call. I've never gotten a video call from my friend JR, ever. And he calls me, like, when he's supposed to be here. He's supposed to be here. And it's him, and he's framed it perfectly. Like, motherfucker's the director, like Martin Scorsese or something. He's got the fucking video. He's directing this call now. It's like when you're calling in sick to work, now you got to do a video call so your boss sees you're sick. Now you got to do makeup and hair to make it look like you're sick. So he's calling me, and he's got his car in the background with the hazards on. And this is the best part. You don't fucking need your hazards on. You're in a parking spot. Like, the car is parked on the side of a curb, and then he put his hazards on, like, for effect, the lights. So it's like flashing, and it's like real dangerous. I'm surprised you didn't have you didn't dub in a sound like an alarm.
I was gonna do the little.
Yeah,
I had one.
like break a fire hydrant or some shit. This guy's too much. So anyway, he calls me up, and the car's in the background, and he's like, Chico, the car lost power. He's like, the car lost power. I don't know what to do. And so it was worse than Amber Heard on the stand, dude. He goes, I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. I said, what the fuck? And he goes, I can't. You want me to come over still? Oh, and you do shit. You do that every time. He says, you want me to come over still? Because I'm willing to do it. I can have AAA drop me off. I'll just tell him, take the car. I have a podcast to do. Like, he's some fucking noble guy. So he does. I go, no. And what he knows what I'm going to say. He knows me. So I go, don't worry about it, man. I said, get your car right. Is your family all right? Everybody okay? Everybody in the family okay? I want to make sure you're all right first. You need me to come get you? He goes, no, Chico. He knows I can't come get him. That's the trap. I said, you want me to get you? I'll come get you right now. He goes, no. And he quickly said no. And that's how I could tell it was bullshit. He goes, no. I said, AAA, hey. And he acted like somebody was off camera. You know, hey, he's here. I got to go. I don't know what I'm going to do, man.
It's a fucking lie.
Yeah, fucking tell me about it. Tell me.
You fucking make the people believe you. I show you my car fucked up, and you're like, well, when are you going to be?
No, I didn't. I said, well, I just knew it was another stunt.
It wasn't, no. But
because
wasn't.
If it was real, it would just been a text. Hey, Chicho, my car lost power.
No, but
and then we find out, this is the story, that he's just out of gas.
Yeah, I was out of gas. But I told it to my grandma's house, and then my mechanic from my grandma's house told it to his fucking shop. I got an Uber, $65 Uber to work, and then he calls me and he goes, hey, you didn't have any gas.
Objection, hearsay. This is garbage, dude. This is garbage, bro.
I swear.
Your timeline doesn't add up.
I'm fucking swearing.
And guess where he was out? Like, right that same time, this fool was out doing shows that night.
I wasn't.
What car?
I didn't do shows. You're like, I didn't do shows, dude. I didn't even do shows yesterday. Hey,
I got news for you. You've never done a show. You've never done a stand-up show. You've got on stage. You have got on stage a lot of times, but I don't think you've ever done a show. If you ask the audience, hey, did you see a show? They'd be like, no, there's a guy up there saying a bunch of shit. So tell me about the outfit choice now. You had an audition that you came from?
Yeah, I had an audition that I had to do yesterday. I had to do the audition yesterday. It was like I had to put a bandana on.
So he does the audition yesterday. Not only does he not shower, he doesn't even change the outfit.
No,
it was yesterday.
No, but I'm telling you that I like the look. No, nobody rocks this look anymore. It's like it's done.
All right, guys. Well, we've lost all the listeners. Sorry to put you guys through that. I promise I won't let that happen again. I will guide the ship the way I'm supposed to and keep JR in the corner. If there's a way to shut off his mic, I would. I just don't know. I honestly don't know how to use the equipment that well. Can I turn him down and continue going? Anyways, guys, I hope everybody is well. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast and tuning in, commenting, subscribing. We're trying to be way more regular. Studio's getting more and more dialed in. JR said I have too much of a tan.
Yeah, dude, you do have a nice tan. Like I looked at you, you had a really nice tan.
Looks good.
And like you should spray tan more often, dude.
It's not a spray tan. It's from the natural sun. I get the fucking ray from the luz. What do you call the sun?
Sol?
El sol. salt, get me the dark brown skin. Sometimes I look in the sun and wait for a long time when I'm fishing. And the sun hits me perfectly in the face and shines off the water. And that's why my cheese is more brown than my sunken eye. The water, dude, because you'll be fishing, right? And I wear sunglasses sometimes that don't cover all the way down here, so the fucking light goes off the water and goes, bitch, up underneath my eyes. So sometimes at the end of the day, motherfucker, I have double vision. I'll be looking and I don't know, and I'll see, I go, is that a land? And I'll be coming in all messed up from the sun, dude.
That is funny, dude, because you do sometimes you have like
a raccoon eye?
Yeah, but because the sun hits you, because the water hits above your neck stays pretty
well,
pretty
usually
light.
I wear a thing around it, a little
gator.
Gator. There you go. I can't believe you knew that. Way to go, bro. I thought you were gonna say some other alligator. Like, you know, JR would call it that. Like, it's called the gator. But he'd be like, you wear a crocodile. So what's up, JR? What do we got on the books today, my friend?
You also went to go see a buddy's one-man play?
I did.
I'm going on Saturday. I already got my
So our friend Hanouk. So when you live in LA, for the listeners that don't live in LA, when you live in LA, everyone's trying to do acting or some shit, you know, in the business, right? So, and if you're not actively doing stuff like making a podcast or, you know, doing auditions or in an acting class, then what the fuck are you doing here? And honestly, I think, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before on the podcast, but I think in LA, in Hollywood in particular, because there's so many fucking people here, that they should do auditions every fucking 3 years. You know, okay, you play guitar? Hey, motherfucker, you play the guitar right now. Every 3 years, you get auditioned, and they go, have you been working? And if you get worse, get the fuck out of here. There's too many people. If your guitar hasn't gotten better in 3 years, you got to get the fuck out of here. Do you know what I mean? Don't you think? Like, you're a singer. Yeah. Hey, dude, sing 3 songs at the audition. And they go, all right. Here, they stamp your fucking card. Good job, man. Keep working.
That would be like an organization.
Yeah, like a little fucking board.
Yeah.
You know? It's the Board of Hollywood Auditioners or whatever the fuck. And then
you can even have 3 boards, like the credit union. And if you get 2 out of 3, you're in.
Yeah. You get a board of 5 guys watching, and 3 guys be like, hey, man, you got to go home. And the other 2 go, hey, you can stay. And you got to go home. Does that make sense? I think that's fair. We'll let JR get a chance to do some comedy so he doesn't get kicked out too soon.
I was born here, so I'm grandfathered in.
See, that's the problem. There's a bunch of motherfuckers that grew up here, like in LA. I grew up close, but I still had to make the drive to come here and live my dream. You know, I had to come up from Orange County, 45 minutes. That's a long drive away. So I had to drive up for it, right? This sucker grew up here, and he was just watching TV, and he goes, and he's so close. That's the problem with LA people. They're so close. They go, I can do that. You know, it gives people the false sense of, the false confidence in, if you will. I can do that.
I read somewhere that if you're a lead in your high school play, that you have what it takes to make it in Hollywood. And your boy was a lead in a high school play. Not once, not twice, but thrice.
What was the plays?
Godspell. Godspell. It was...
Hey guys, sounds like my boy is lying again.
No.
Now he's going Golden Child, Coming to America. He's just naming Eddie Murphy movies. This fucking guy.
It was 3 of them. I even have one. My first play ever. I have it on VHS. I played Don Juan.
How often do you watch that VHS?
Every month.
I swear to God, this motherfucker still has a VCR to watch that tape, and he watches it one time by himself and goes, "JR, you got what it takes." Do you know what I'm saying? And it's these high school plays that gave all these goddamn theater geeks that are in LA this confidence to come here and act. There's too many people. And I don't want to shit on anyone's dream, but I swear to God, after 3 or 4 years, you got to be like, dude, are you making moves? I could have been kicked out. But I'm too goddamn funny. I'm just too funny. You can't kick me out.
That was good timing. That was good.
It's all timing, bro.
Dude.
See, right there, the board? Timing! All right, I'll go.
It's cool that you said when to go see my boys play, and then you just proceeded to say actors should leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me get back to what I was talking about. So what I was trying to say is a lot of actors, when they live in LA, they'll do a play or they'll do a one-man play or one-woman play, and it's to showcase all of their talents. And it's for industry and whoever to come out, managers, agents, shit like that, to come out and watch them and go, oh, yeah, this guy's got talent or he doesn't have talent, whatever. So he's worked a very long time. I've seen the play a bunch of times, and he's brought it in, showed it to me before it was done and all that. And it's came a long way. So we got to see it Saturday. Sarah and I went with a couple other friends, and it was great. It was like, I could tell he worked a lot. And anything that you spend that much time on and it turns out good, you got to give the guy a little respect,
Yeah.
So it was great. Dude, I had to go to the bathroom the whole time, and it was a very small black box theater. And a black box theater is like a little tiny theater, maybe has like 20 seats, literally only has 20 seats. And we're in there, dude, and he starts. It's an hour and something play, And, buddy, my stomach is just rumbling the whole time. And the way the lights are, I'm thinking, oh, it's like stand-up. Because when you're on stage in a stand-up stage, you can only see, like, the first front row. You can't. And if it's set up like a theater kind of, the lights are blinding you right in the face. So I'm like, oh, there's no way he can see me. So I'm like, I have this really uncomfortable look on my face because I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm going like this. And it almost, if I would see it, I could see that it looks like I'm not enjoying the play. Do you know what I mean? If I was him, and that's how I would read it, because that's how I am. I always think if someone's face looks like they're not having a good time, it's me, obviously. So I'm like doing this face, and I'm like, nah, there's no way you can see me because the lights are blinding. And so after the play, I go, oh yeah, it's probably like stand up though. You can't see the front rows. He goes, no, I could see everybody. I said, fuck, shit. And not only that, dude, I went in the middle of the thing. I couldn't hold it anymore, So I just waited for like a little lull in the show. Something that wasn't, because it's a very like dramatic shit. It's all about his trauma coming from Colombia. And there's a lot of like really dramatic shit that you got to listen in and you got to be there for. And so I was like, let me wait till there's something that's not that crazy and then I'll get out. So I get out at the perfect time. And I go to the bathroom. The bathroom's connected to the fucking wall that the people are sitting like this, like back to them. Like, so like right behind where the people are sitting is the bathroom. Like if the wall wasn't there, I'd be like back to back with somebody watching the show. And so I do my thing and I finish and then I flush the toilet. Buddy, the toilet sticks. So it goes.
A little pink.
Yeah. So it's going. And it's loud as fuck in there, but I'm like, they can't hear it. And it's just going. So it's doing that without the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like without that, it's stuck.
Did you?
Buddy, I ran in there panicking, because I'm like washing my hands and I go, damn, that's a long time for that. It was a good like 20 seconds.
Yeah.
So I ran and jiggled the handle and it finally goes off.
Yep.
Buddy, I go back in there and Sarah elbows me. I go, what? She goes, you have to do it like that. I was like, oh.
You could.
The whole place heard. The whole place. So the other night, JR and I had a show at this place called McLeod's Brewing Company. It's like a dope little bar in Van Nuys. It's a brewery / like pizza joint / hangout place, right? Like a bar with a big patio and people playing cornhole and shit like that. It's a cool little summer hangout. And then they have a show in there, like back where the brewing vats are. They put together a show. Our buddy Frankie Marcos put a show there. And he asked if I'd come over there. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, hey, would you give JR a spot? Because what do? I carry this motherfucker. Did that not happen like that? Did it happen like that?
I know Frankie Marcos.
Oh.
I know him.
But did he ask you to do the show? Anyway, JR and I go to the show together. It's in a really seedy area, dude. It's like all auto body shops. And then we parked like far. I was like, oh, your car's going to be on bricks. When we come back, it'll be on blocks, foo. We walk through to this cool little brewery. And the owners there showed us a great time. Got us some beers and some pizza. The pizza's amazing. Anyways, the show's going on. And then JR runs into his brother, Ernie, in Vegas. And we see Ernie, and let me tell you guys that I have the least funny in Vegas on the podcast. This motherfucker is a character. And I've known JR, I don't know, 8 years now.
Get the fuck
I've known
out
him
of
8 years. Never met his bro. This guy's funnier, better looking, got it together, and he can fucking hang. A way better hang. For my money, a way better hang, dude.
I'm just educated.
Oh, shit. If you've watched this podcast, you know that's a false fact.
You know that I went to a private school and he couldn't get into it.
Oh, no way.
They didn't let him in.
Oh, don't try to fucking downplay him. Now I know why you didn't let me meet him.
No. He didn't get in, not because he wasn't smart enough, because he told him, I don't want to fucking be here.
Dude, his brother has the funniest fucking stories of all time. The guy's insane. He's insane. Like the way he talks to cops and shit. He has like that thing where the cerebral cortex, whatever the thing is that's in charge of like your cognitive choices or whatever I don't know if I'm saying this right, but whatever's in charge of their decision making. Teenagers don't have it. You know, kids don't have it. Like younger kids, it's not developed. The best story is he said he was they were at some concert or some shit. He was all fucked up. JR's brother was fucked up. And he goes, hey, look at these fucking pigs. Look at all these fucking pigs, to some cops. And the cop goes, hey, buddy, come over here. You got any warrants? And his brother goes, I'm clean as a whistle. While he hands him the ID. He goes, I'm clean as a whistle. And he hands him the ID. And then the fucking cop pulls up a warrant. And they arrest him and take his ass in.
Dude, when he told him, hey, he goes, ooh, you do have a warrant. My brother laughed. He goes, ha, good one. He goes, no, you have a warrant. He goes, no, I don't.
And they took his ass in.
They took his ass in.
Dude, I mean, the guy's a character. When I first met Ernie, he was super quiet. I go, what the fuck? He wasn't really talking. I was like, oh, shit, he's at the bar by himself. He's like, oh, cool. He's like, yeah, man, I'm just chilling. He was like very like cool, collected. You know, I'm like, oh, he's a very mellow guy. And then the night goes on, you know, we're kind of drinking. And he's like, I ordered a pizza. And he's having some beers. And he starts to get a little loose lip. Then it starts to get like, all right, like shit's starting to get a little more. We're smoking a little weed.
Yeah.
You know, he starts to tell a little, and he starts fucking shitting on JR a little bit. He goes, nah, man, I got it. And like the more and more it goes, he's like drinking, and it's just getting a little more loose and fun.
He gets he gets loose, bro. He gets loose lips, like you say.
And a little excessive to where it gets him in trouble. And I could see that. Right away, I could see that. Because at first, when he's like calm and collected, he's like one of those guys that when you're sober, they're like, oh my God, yeah, this guy's great. But then if you get him fucked up, it's a different guy. It's a totally different guy you're hanging out with. I saw that in a few minutes we hung out.
And you didn't believe the stories I would tell about.
No, because it sounds so crazy. Like tell the one about
when he got arrested.
When he got arrested and they called you.
So the cop calls me on my brother's cell phone.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, this is officer whatever. We're taking your brother for a DUI. The car's under your name. Come down here and we'll let you take the car. So I'm with a chick. So I'm like, oh shit. I tell the
really
chick.
Quick, guys. JR said he was a chick. Would have been completely fine if it was a guy. That's for
okay. All right, that's fine. But
yeah.
I was with a chick at the time. And then so I
but
get
it's
down.
okay if it was a guy.
I get down there like in 15 minutes, right? As soon as I get down there.
So just to reiterate, the cop has called JR, is gone, hey dude, yeah, we got your brother. We're taking him in for a DUI, but if you come right now, we'll give you the car. Because normally they take the car and they impound the car.
Yeah.
So it's a major break.
Yeah, cops were being cool as fuck. I was like, dope. Because people don't know this. That's like $2,000. That's $2,000. And they have to keep the car in for 30 days. Okay. But anyways, I get there. As soon as I get there and I get out, and I could already hear my brother just yelling at these fucking cops. He told one of the officers, he goes, why you being a little bitch? You're just mad because your wife is probably fucking someone right now. And then he turns to the other cop. He goes, when I get out, I'm going to fuck your wife.
Oh, my God. Dude, classic Ernie. Classic Ernie. And I've only met him once. I only met him one time, and this is like right on par with what I was like, oh, there's no way. Then as the night went on, I go, oh, shit, there's absolutely a way. But Ernie was funny, dude. I'll give him that. He's a funny guy.
It's good.
Yeah, he's funny.
You just got to contain him.
I swear to God, I told him, I was like, dude, next week Ernie may be on the podcast. I told him, and he started to get a little like, yeah, fuck yeah, I could fucking do it. Yeah.
He needs to be drunk.
Oh, yeah, he'll get shy. You told me he's a little shy.
He gets shy, yeah. If he's in front of people, he can't talk like if he's sober.
Wow.
So that's why he's quiet.
So and then JR, this is a funny thing because his brother's like that, but JR, when he gets in front of people, he's just like there's a crowd or something. He's very unfunny. We're a clique. I don't know if you should drink or maybe something. Maybe we give him some booze before and see if that fixes it. Because for his brother, it works. Now I'm not a psychologist by any means, but if it could fix wanting, yeah, I guess. Maybe we can completely fix the other. Yeah, I guess. And if you don't think that's a made-up last name, JR's full of shit, dude. And I guess. Have you ever heard this last name?
It's Iniguez.
Iniguez.
It's a unique name, bro.
Super unique. And we'll probably get your ass kicked in the hood. All right, guys, it's time for your favorite segment. And I say that because it's one of our only segments. Ladies and gentlemen, headlines with Punchline.
All right. So, man has been hooked on Pepsi and drank it for 31 years and I can never say that word right. All right. With accredits, right? Man has been hooked on Pepsi and drank it for 31 years and accredits to his long
Guys,
life.
I swear to God, I know we do this segment and we call it headlines with punchlines. But I swear, I think next week we're just going to change it to JR learns to fucking public speak. It's either that or JR learns to fucking read. I don't know, man.
I get nervous because
it sounds like one other and yes, I know. Sounds like another and I guess I know. Dude, you're Ernie.
No, he's me. He's my dude because I used to get nervous because I went to private school and they would make us stand up and read and I wasn't a good reader at the time. Oh. I would have to make jokes as I was reading it so I could get in trouble with the teacher for making jokes. But in my head, it's like because I couldn't read the shit.
Give me one of the example of like a joke you would do.
No, I would just pretend like to not know how to read it even more.
Oh, like you'd be like, and then
more, and she's like, JR, she'll be like, Ramiro, stop it.
And you go,
no, I'm trying my best. And then and everybody would laugh and shit like that.
And then like little did they know that's really
I didn't know.
That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny, actually.
No, but it was sad.
I would study the shit, dude. I would study the paragraph like a motherfucker. Like when I knew what was coming to me, you know, I'd be like, hurry, because I was a foreign kid too, man. I didn't know how to fucking read like that. So I was like, I would read, just because I didn't want to fuck up out loud. That's like traumatic.
So Mr. Sanchez, I would do exactly what you did. I would fucking read it and I would read it perfectly. I would fucking practice this because he was cool. I think he did it on purpose. He would be like, hey, everybody's reading a certain paragraph. If it's below certain lines, you're reading 2 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Right? So everybody can gauge it. I could gauge it. But Mrs. D, this bitch, she would just call random fools.
Yeah, like popcorn.
So you didn't even know when you were going to get it.
Yeah.
That was the most anxiety I had. I was like, this fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it, dude. Sister Mary taught me how to read, though. The teachers quickly found out I didn't really know how to read, and I was doing that on purpose. So an hour before school ended, they would send me to Sister Mary. There was 3 of us in the school. And we walked
Sister Mary, Joe, and Joseph. This fucking guy's writing a Hollywood story now. Like, if anybody's watching that can direct, that can direct a movie about a kid that doesn't know how to read. Hey, that would sell fucking tickets, I'll tell you right now, bro. You know what I mean? We get fucking, what's his name to play you? Sean Penn. And he'll have a stutter like I Am Sam or some shit, you know?
No, that would be Mr. Sanchez.
They didn't know how. Like that, I don't know how to read. Go to see Sister Mary. We'll get Sister Mary played by a bad bitch.
She's bad, dude.
Yeah, she's pretty bad. So let's get back to what
okay.
we actually came in here for.
Cool. Lizzo publicly apologizes for obscene and upsetting word on her new single.
What was the word?
Spaz.
What the fuck is the world coming to? People got offended by that? Or she prematurely said, oh, I better get out there and get ahead of this?
No. They were giving her a backlash. The disabled community came in strong and said she was enabling people.
That headline would be offensive. The disabled community came in strong. You know what I mean? Like, they'd be like, that's like you're making fun of them for not being strong. Or did I just do that?
I think you did.
Fuck.
And you also make jokes about me, and since I don't know how to read properly, you're being a disableist.
Damn it.
Here, want me to read? Want me to read what it says? I think I can read this one because I read it twice, so maybe
Go ahead.
It's like I practice. This is Lizzo. She goes, "It's been brought to my attention that there's a harmful word in my new song, Girls. GRRRLE. Let me make one thing clear. I never want to promote derogatory language. As a fat black woman in America, I've heard many harmful words used against me." She does end it with, "I'm proud to say there's a new version of the song. Please listen."
God damn it. They did another version. Remember when you'd have radio versions of songs when we were younger?
Yeah. I love Babbitt. That's my fucking
Yeah.
pop.
I like Bob.
You don't even know where to put it at.
I like I like bad. That's my problem. That's
You
it.
added the fuck though.
No, I didn't. I said I love bad. That's my problem.
That was good. That was good.
You try it.
I love that. My problem.
Well, there's copyright infringement on this podcast, so we can't even put it out. Yo, bitch.
Wait, we can because it's a 20%.
What's 20% off? We switch it a little bit?
Yeah, we switch it.
I love fat, bad bitches.
Fat bad bitches?
I don't know, man.
I love fat spaz bitches.
I love fat bitch. That's my problem.
Throw in a couple spaz. Fool, now I want to bring back spaz.
The spaz, I didn't think was too harsh of a word. I think we went to school with a lot of undiagnosed people, you know? Like nowadays, every kid's like, well, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, you have autism, and you have this, and you have that. And it's like, fuck, we all had something.
Do you like live music?
Do I like live music?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like live music. I think anything live is better than, listening to it on a record or watching it on a screen. Comedy's that way. I think music is that way. I sure as hell think sex is that way. I'd like to be in the room as a voyeur instead of watching it on a screen, a porno, if you will.
Because I went to a Red Door, is a bar, and it made me realize, like when we did comedy at bars and people were there not to listen to comedy, because I was just there to have a drink, and they had a live performance, which was great, but then they had dancers that would just run around the little ass bar and do one of those theatrical, like, to the songs and to the things like that.
Well, I think that's totally different than comedy, dude. Comedy's the thing where I honestly don't know why they have it like when we do mics and we do them in those sort of situations, because they're the worst scenarios for comedy. It's like, dude, a loud ass bar that doesn't know that there's a comedy show playing, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, listen to my clever jokes.
Yeah.
But music is different because it just fills the room and you can still continue a conversation, a side conversation. I'm sure the dancers would have another alluring effect where they'd look and go, ooh, look, it's something to get you to shut the fuck up and look. But we can't have dancers if you're doing comedy, then everyone's looking at the fucking dancers and not listening. Comedy is one thing that demands complete attention. So that's why, like, if you notice, comedy clubs are set up certain ways. That's why everyone always is like, hey, man, I got this fucking event. Will you do it, dude? It's like, where is it? Oh, it's outside in the fucking forest, but it's, do you even have a mic? No, dude, but you can there's going to be like 40 people there, and they're all part of this fucking group. It's the Tree Huggers of America. And you're like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? It's like people don't understand. Just because you enjoyed that set at a comedy club, you can't just force it on a bunch of people at another venue. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you could just do a 45-minute set. Like, I've done fucking events where it's like, whatever, early on, I do private gigs for shit. I try to not do as many, like, unless it's totally set up with a great stage, great audio, and good room for stand-up. But early on, I would, the people with money would be right, and you'd be like, all right, cool, I'll do it. It's somebody's fucking 50th birthday, and all of a sudden I'm in this, room with fucking a bunch of people that are like, what the fuck is this? And the guy likes it, the guy's his birthday, but it's like, dog.
Nobody cared about
Nobody gives a fuck. And then they go do 45 minutes, and then I didn't realize that's so long. 45 fucking minutes.
At a party.
At a party that you want to enjoy the party. And it's like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? And you're not a fan. Maybe you don't even like it. It's old ladies and fucking, little kids there. And I'm over there talking bullshit, and then the one guy's having a good time. So I made that mistake a few times early on.
So you're not of the school of thought that says every show is necessary in your comedy career?
No, absolutely it is, because you got to do the shit shows to get to the good shows. That's a fact. You got to do the shit shows to get to the good shows. And I think I was listening to a podcast with Stephen Wright on it one time, but he said something. He's like, yeah, I think they should do it backwards. You know, like, I think you should do the theaters first. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So it's the easiest environment to do stand up and do well. There's 10,000 people. Out of those 10,000, you're going to get 1,000 people to laugh at you or whatever. It's easier. But then we do comedy in the hardest environments first. But that hardens you to be able to do the good shows and enjoy the good shows, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like there's some comics that just started like
Would you do my barbershop show?
I would. And that, you know what's funny is I like to get grounded by that type of shit. Even at this point in my comedy career, I still like to do shows which bring me back, because you always want to have that tool of being able to control a bar room or like some sort of shit show. And always having that ability, I think, rounds you out to be able to like handle anything that happens with a heckler or some shit like that at a regular show. Or like you don't have the greatest crowd one night or something. You're like, man, you think this is bad? Last week I did JR's fucking barber show. Barber shows were interesting.
My barbershop show is sick, dude.
Well, listen, I did one. I ran one. And we did it like 2 or 3 times. But the problem we had, and I had a little PA system, and we just set it up in the barbershop. And then while people are getting cut, again, another situation. Hey, another situation where they didn't want to have a show. And we said, hey, if there's captive people, we're doing a show. Like at the laundromat, would bring the fucking, I had a little PA system. We'd bring the PA system. The line at fucking Pink Dot. They're in line for a hot dog, and we go, hey, there you guys are standing there. Let me fucking bless you with some jaukas.
That's fucking dope.
You know, we'd bring my little PA, got so much use, dude. And so I'd wheel this little PA, plug in a mic. It's charged up. It's just a speaker that's been charged, and now it's wireless. So we took that to Venice, me and Greg Wilson.
Yeah.
We took that shit to Venice and just did a show. He got a little space. You know, we're like, why not do comedy for people? You know, and they come out and we can promote ourselves or whatever. And so we would go to Venice, and then the people got pissed. Like the breakdancers and the people that jump on glass and shit. They were like, hey, what the fuck are these guys doing? Because we had a mic and it was loud. And we had it for a few times. Then Greg did it all legal. He like went and got a space, and we had our designated space. And we're like, hey, no, you can't fucking kick us out. And it was fun. But anyways, the barbershop show was bad because they were getting their haircut. So we'd be doing jokes while there's a fucking razor in the guy's ear. He can't even hear. You know what I mean? There's like the clippers.
Cut his shit off.
Yeah, there's a clipper in the ear, and the guy's like watching the show like this, you know, like with the side eye.
Yeah, we actually closed the barber shop.
No, that's cool.
And then at the end, you do the show.
For sure. Yeah, no, that's the way you got to do it. Just have, there's a one in New York I did that was really good. That
the blind barber over there?
The blind barber's here.
Oh, the blind barber's here.
But the one in New York, that one's dope. It's like, I don't know, every time I go there, they always hit me up, and it's set up, maybe like 30, 40 people fit in the place.
Yeah, because small crowds are dope if you get the right one.
Yeah, but that's set up nice for a comedy show. But like a straight up like laundromat while people are doing laundry, or like a bowling alley, where Dino actually had a show at a bowling alley, but they closed off one side of it, but then behind you there was people still fucking you hearing, yeah, fuck yeah, like you hear the bowling pins hit the shit, you know.
That's fucking funny, dude.
Yeah.
You miss those shit shows?
I do. I miss them until I do them, and then I go, I fucking hate this shit. You know what I mean? Because the nostalgia of your early career, there's nothing like it. They say it's the journey, it's not the destination. The journey is the fun part. To be more cliche,
yeah,
it is though. It's the journey. The fun parts were the road gigs we do and drive hours to do fucking 10 minutes and make $20 or whatever. One time driving to fucking Riverside, it was like $20. I was like, oh, I'm getting paid to go do a show. And then I got a fucking $450 ticket on the way there. And I was like, son of a bitch.
I've done those shits where you get $15 and I got a $75 ticket parking in the wrong place because you had to put it in. That's funny.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I mean, that's all part of the game, man. Well, guys, I think that wraps it up for this episode. Thank you so much. Say goodbye to JR. We're going to have Ernie in here next week. If things go right, we'll have Ernie faded off his ass, drunk as fuck, in the hot seat over there. But thank you guys very much for listening. Please subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. And we'll see you next week. Thanks so much for tuning in.